Hello, everyone. It's Jen here. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I have posted a reading. I will definitely be getting, whoa, excuse me, sign-specific readings. Sorry about that. Sign-specific readings out this weekend. So thank you for standing by me. This is a reading for anyone. I just wanted to get something out there, and let's see what this random collective reading wants to tell us. I was just actually thinking about real death. My aunt passed, and the thing about death is like, how do we capture that appreciation for life that you have when you lose someone? And it's already fading for me. And maybe one of the main spiritual lessons behind the death card, I should hold it so you can see it, is releasing things. We hang on to things we don't need to hang on to: resentment, shame, embarrassment, anger, all sorts of things. But when things can be gone in an instant, you realize those are not the important things. Those things need to be let go of. Why waste your time worrying and thinking about putting your energy towards things like that? It's not what's important. If we could somehow bottle, and maybe that's what living in the present moment and mindfulness are in an essence, is being able to have that appreciation that you have when you find out someone's gone, but without the dread and fear around it, right? A true letting go and appreciation for the moment you're in. Wow, that got deep fast. I don't think this is a new deck for me, and I don't think I've pulled this card before. Oh, those are all butterflies. So beautiful. Transformation. So something's transforming in your life. That could be anything from a job, a relationship, just your own spiritual journey, your approach to life. Maybe you really are working hard on mindfulness, meditation, being in the moment, letting go of the shit that doesn't matter. And I think you're seeing a real transformation in yourself because of it. So a major spiritual life lesson and gaining of wisdom. I like gaining of wisdom because learning a lesson seems somehow like it seems negative to me, and that's when you gain wisdom versus trying to prove you're right or hanging on to resistance or whatever, and even validation. Those are different to me. It's only when you gain wisdom. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about for a second. When you gain wisdom, you realize none of that other shit matters. And you see things in a different way now and have a different appreciation for things to move forward. And it changes how you approach things in your life from when you gain that wisdom from then on. Okay, so let's see what we have here. The Emperor, big Aries energy, big D energy, 5 of Wands. excuse me. The Emperor is, a leader. It's masculine, action-oriented energy. Aries is a cardinal fire sign, so let's move. Let's go forward. I have tons of energy. Let's do this. Five of Wands, it can be a selfish energy, a solitary energy, a bit of a selfish energy. But I also think the Emperor card to me is you have to be the Emperor in your own life. You have to make the decisions that are best for you. You have to put yourself front and center. And it doesn't mean you're being selfish. Now, I would say, I'm sorry. I just woke up and so the Five of Wands, to me, there's probably an argument here with someone being selfish and putting themselves first. I'm not saying who it is, and it's gender neutral, the Emperor, really, even though it's usually depicted as a man on these cards. Stereotypically, I guess I should say. There's someone who was a right fighter, who was just more interested in, kind of like we were talking about wisdom before. They were lacking wisdom, at least in this relationship. This could be anyone you have a relationship, from a love partner to family to children to friends to coworkers. I mean, anyone you interact with, you have some sort of a relationship with. So this person, but there are luggage. I mean, that's not just going on a trip. That's like all her shit packed, like in the back of the car. So someone could be moving out. And if these aren't happening to you, these types of energies, maybe they're happening to someone close to you. Or the way to use tarot for personal growth is not to take things so literally, because watching collective readings on YouTube are just, they're general. They're not specifically necessarily for you at all. You can say, okay, when I've dealt with a very sort of selfish person that's right fights, and just will do whatever they need to do to, what I'm just realizing? This is the Five of Wands. I was reading it kind of like the Five of Swords. What I would say, there's a battle of wills here. These are two very, very strong personalities. I feel like they both encompass the Emperor energy. And see, that's that competition, that right fighting. I mean, competition can be very motivating and even fun. If you play on a softball league or whatever, that can be a blast, or inspire you to do more. But this is like a battle of wills that maybe needs to be let go of. So I do see it being let go of. There's some sort of relationship ending here. Oh yeah, I mean, are you kidding me? So this is like the initial move, and then this is circling back and really packing up the shit because you lived together maybe and you had to move out. Ugh. Been there, done that. Wow. A whole new world. I had the Disney song pop into my head. The world and the death card. I mean, this is like your transformation is complete in this energy cycle. I'm going to put that on top of that. And I'm going to pull one more. Oh, you know what? I never looked at the bottom of the deck. So that one's coming out. The High Priestess. There's something, so always follow your intuition. something may happen, a complete aside from the theme of the reading so far. You may find something out, some sort of secret wisdom or knowledge. It could, I'm even seeing some money or inheritance, or there's something um, you're going to discover, I think, in a very positive way. This is really learning to listen to your intuition. You probably had red, I mean, he's even in a red suit, red flags, and maybe ignored them. I did that. But believe people, what's the Maya Angelou? When people show you who they are, believe them. Talk about some wisdom. That is so true. Ooh, King of Wands. Another, though, it's interesting, another fire energy. So if you are not a fire sign, um, well, or two fire signs were definitely clashing. But here comes another fire sign. So, and we had maybe Aries over there. This is maybe Leo or Sag. Could be anyone who's a leader, maybe is in a creative field, could even be an actor or a performer, an entrepreneur, someone where they a bit of showmanship. So they could be in sales, even being a business owner. There's a certain amount of getting people excited about what you have to sell and your services and things like that. So this could be, but I think the cool thing is they have, the environment though is not a stuffy business environment potentially. It could be a fresher perspective, a more down to earth atmosphere and appreciation for what people are really like. And do we really want robots at work? Or do we want people who can relax and feel safe and inspired to do a good job and participate and be part of it, not just come to your job, don't give me any sort of trouble and leave and let me pay you shit. Wow, that was very negative. But so someone may be feeling that. There are better places to work and places where you'll be appreciated. And this person's all about themselves with the chess game there. They make friends strategically for what it gets them. I mean, they could very much be a narcissist. I don't like to throw that around because you hear it all the time, but that's what's coming out. The World card. So wrapping up, obviously, if you're moving out, and this could be packing an office. There's all sorts of ways. Cleaning out a locker, maybe stop going to a gym. I mean, there's all sorts of ways you can move out, even if it's not it could be metaphorically. You could be going. Shit. One moment, please. You could be cleaning out your locker at, I don't know, a gym. Give and take. Yeah, it has to be give and take. It has to be, can't be this. There has to be some balance. It can't always be both people, either one person doing doing a lot more, always compromising and things like that. It has to be a give and take. So yeah, you gain this wisdom and are ready to move on to a whole new phase in life. I don't think I even said that with the World card. Something wraps up when we look back at our lives. We categorize different time points in our lives in all sorts of different ways. When we were dating that person, when we worked there, when we were hanging out with those friends, when we were in school, when we, all sorts of different ways. So a phase like that is wrapping up and a whole new one is beginning. And again, there's something very with, these are all majors. With the Death, Hermit, the World, the High Priestess, this change is bringing on a spiritual awakening, which you will be so grateful for. Your whole approach and yeah, I hope you heard my light ding. It does not do that all the time at all, and so I always feel like that means ding, ding, ding. That's a message. You're going to be just as happy to do things that you really enjoy doing. So this could be a hobby, or maybe you're getting a job doing something you love and leaving this bullshit game of corporate stuff or the traditional business behind. When you do these things of the Eight of Pentacles, it's something you're really into. Like, you're really into it. It's not something you just dabble in or whatever. And when you're doing this, whether it's running or painting or woodworking or gardening, I mean, it could be anything, cooking, reading, writing, you feel completely present and in the moment. You're not worrying, you're not chewing on old resentments or, whatever, how our minds go. You're present, and it gives you energy, and you feel energized instead of drained after you do it. Justice, bringing your world back into balance. So this letting go, this packing shit up, this dealing with this baggage, even if it's not part of a breakup, there's baggage that needs to be shuffled through, organized, but then boxed up and sent away. It needs to be dealt with, and that will bring you back into balance. This is also a balance card. Okay, these two other ones jumped out, and then we'll wrap it up. Wow. The Chariot, moving, taking action. Maybe you feel like, in my life previously, I reacted. The example I usually give is, you go to college somewhere and you have a part-time job during the year, during the summer, and then after college you may not have a clear-cut path of your job or what to do next. And so you just keep working at the restaurant, and you actually get bumped up to assistant manager or manager, and now you're making more than entry level pay. But this isn't where you want to be, right? But you're good at it, you're like, it's fine, and you're making decent money. And so you kind of get stuck there. You meet someone in college that's actually from the local area, and you always meant to move to California. But you moved in with them, and after 5 years, it's coming up, there's a split, and you're kind of like, well, fuck, now I'm in this town with this job I didn't even want because of this fucker. So the Chariot is like, yeah, no, that's over. You are making your plan, and if others can get along for the ride, and I know this sounds selfish. You said the other person was being selfish. No, I can't compromise my core things for someone else. So you're bringing back the things you love to do. You are maybe moving and getting a job, starting a new career. You're really transforming your life, and taking purposeful action. You're like, I got sidetracked for 5 years, five whatever, and I compromised, and I ignored red flags, and I'm not going to do that again. What's this? Gosh, are you kidding me? I went to pick it up and it flew off the table and landed on the floor. And it's the Three of Swords. And it is kind of a one-off card. So I'm just going to put it over here. I do think it's another key significator card. I think this Three of Swords goes with this breakup, this moving on. These two cards of of something not working out and having to move on, and what that feels like, putting all that time and energy into something and hopes and wishes and everything, to have it not work out sucks. But you are so appreciative of that it happened, because now you are moving on. Your spiritual growth wouldn't be where it is, and your appreciation for life and your ability to be alone and sit alone and figure out what you want, what's going to make you happy, is transforming your life. So there's almost a nod, and I definitely feel this way. One breakup in particular, I was like, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. It truly was. Truly transformed my life. Happened right around my Saturn return, actually. So, for those of you that resonate, this could have something to do with a Saturn return. And I'm going to leave it there. So, moving forward, you will trust your intuition. It's just the whole game has changed, and you're very, very excited to move forward. Look what's under that. So maybe you're going on a vacation, but you're chill. You know how to meditate. You know how to live in the moment and stop chewing and ruminating and over other people's shitty behavior and bullshit like that you're just like, why am I still giving them energy and space in my head? Why are you doing that? And that's almost what sparks this whole thing. Wow, this is a really amazing reading. Thank you so much for watching. I will get those sign specific readings up hopefully by the end of the weekend. Take care. Bye.